So hey guys, welcome back to the Chick from Head to Toe channel. Today I'm going to be sharing something with you that makes me feel a bit vulnerable, but we're a chick community and I think it's important to share these things, and I don't know, I'm hoping that what I'm going to share with you guys will help someone else, because someone shared their story and it helps support me, so I'm going to share my story. So today I'm talking about the reason I created Cheer from Head to Toe, and it's probably not the reason that you think I created Cheer from Head to Toe. Now, Cheer from Head to Toe, like I've said many times before, is my baby. Like, I love cheerleading, I'm obsessed with it, especially UK cheerleading. There's something about I just find, I can't even explain how much I love cheerleading. Like, I love everything about it. I love going to competitions, I love watching people hitting their routines, I love the creativity, just love seeing people pushing themselves, and like the tumbles people can do in the stretches, and I love watching it from all the way to level 1 to level 5. Actually, right now I'm preferring level 1 than level 5. That's another video, I'll explain why I love that, but level 1, I see you. But yeah, and I've just been in love with cheerleading. I started cheerleading at university and I just became hooked, and I started coaching after that, and then I created the blog because there wasn't really a lot, like when I went online there wasn't anything about UK cheerleading. It was all about America, which is great, but I'm not American and I'm not going to be getting on a plane just to go to America to go to some cheerleading camp, because I actually wanted to go to a summer camp. I wanted to go to a cheerleading summer camp, but there wasn't one at the time, and it really frustrated me because I knew there were cheerleading events happening but they weren't anywhere, no one could know about them, and I decided to just create it. Like, I got to the point where I was just I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. So I just started blogging about it, and I did it anonymously at first because I felt like people wouldn't respect it if they just knew it came from me, because who am I in the cheer world? And no. So I just thought it was the best way to go forward. But so I created it and it is what it is today, and I'm so happy of what it is today. But there's another reason why I created this blog, and I created this blog because it made me feel smart again, because I went through a long period of time where I felt extremely stupid. I felt worthless. I just didn't feel valued. I felt 100% underestimated, and it is because I am dyslexic, and I'm very proud to say I'm dyslexic now. Like, I wouldn't hide it, but back in the day there's no way I would have admitted I was dyslexic. I was too ashamed, and I was made to feel ashamed of my dyslexia, and it's only till recently I am proud of it. I am dyslexic. I don't know if I'm proud, but I am dyslexic. It's a part of who I am, and I wouldn't change me, so yeah. But anyway, so I've been dyslexic all my life, but I only got diagnosed when I was 19. So for me, school, see, it's weird. I actually enjoyed school, but at the same time, school was a struggle. I love going to school, I enjoyed my lessons and stuff, but sometimes teachers would just make me feel bad about myself. Just the embarrassment of embarrassing you in front of, I remember a lot of teachers would say the exact same thing to me. They would say, Caroline, when I talk to you it makes so much sense, but when you write stuff it doesn't make sense at all. And they would do this really publicly, and I took it internally that it was my fault. I'm not working hard enough, I need to study more, I'm so stupid, what's wrong with me? I know the answers, so why am I not writing down the answers? I didn't even think about dyslexia. And the amount I would go home and study, I would study for hours, just hide myself away and study and study and study, and it wasn't going in, but I just thought I'm not studying enough, and I could have not have studied more. Honestly, I studied a crazy amount, and didn't really make that much a difference. But I still kept studying, I still kept trying, but it did knock my confidence, because you come to lessons, and some of the lessons I would dread. English I would absolutely dread, not because I enjoyed learning in English, but you know, in some English lessons you have to read out loud, and in those lessons, you know, you'd work out what your paragraph was, and I'd literally be sitting there reading my paragraph over and over and over and over and over again. So I didn't read any of the rest of the lesson because I'm just reading my paragraph, getting ready, you know. And those kind of things can give you anxiety. It definitely gave me anxiety, like, because I used to dread those lessons, not want to go, like, oh, just thinking back to them, just horrible. And you know, I just used to get told the same things, like, you know, you write B's as D's and you do 6's as 9's and you always leave off S's, and you know, why do you do these things? Why? And I was a child, so I don't know why I do these things. And as a teacher, you know, I wish they would have spent a bit more time and maybe worked it out, but it's done now, so it is what it is. But so yeah, so I struggled, but I would say, the one thing I would say about people who are dyslexic like me, you learn to become very determined, and in some ways you learn to stick up for yourself. Because me being dyslexic, I remember there was food technology, and obviously I'm an alright cook. I still to this day enjoy cooking. I love making stuff, and my teacher wanted to put me in for the lower exam. She was like, you're not going to be able to do the higher exam, so I'm putting it. And I still remember it to this day. I was like, I'm doing the higher exam, and she was like, no, I'm going to put you in for the lower one. I think it would be better suited to you. And I used to hate that people used to always be telling me what I couldn't. No, you won't be able to handle the Caroline. No. Oh, I mean, one teacher told me my brain was like a jungle. There was so much junk in there, and she had to try and work out how to get it out. Like these things they'd say so publicly, and I'm a child, and they used to really hurt my feelings. I used to just bury them and think, if I study more, I'll get it. But yeah, there was this one teacher who told me I was going to do the lower exam, and I was not, like, I didn't even know sometimes. I just have this fire in me, and I was like, nope, if you do not let me do this higher exam, I'm going to complain to everybody I can complain to until you let me do this higher exam. Because I knew I was smart enough to take that exam. I was like, I'm doing the higher exam. I'm going to make such a fuss. I'm doing the higher exam. I was like, I'm doing it. And to the point where she just let me do it. She just let me do it because I moaned that much. And in that exam, I actually got a B. Like, and you don't understand, I worked so hard for that. I was so angry at her. I just thought, how dare you tell me what I can and can't do. Still to this day, no one's going to tell me what I can and can't do. I despise people who try and tell me who I am. I despise it. I just think, how dare you? I can't explain it, but yeah, so I got a B in the exam, and oh, it was the best thing. I remember telling her, I was like, yeah, I got a B, miss. And you just think, you don't understand how dyslexic I am. You know, like I said before, B's and C's. I used to miss out words all the time. Still to this day, when I'm writing, I'll just miss out words. Like, I can't even explain it. But anyway, so I was determined to go to university. I worked so hard. I didn't get the best grades, but I scraped in, and I remember I went to meet them, and I think they just liked me, so they kind of let me get in because they liked my personality. But I went to university, and still something wasn't right. I just knew the way, I don't know, just the way I saw the world was very different, and my writing was different. And I heard about dyslexia, and I just thought, I just wanted some answers, because no one seemed to have answers for me. I even went to my GP and told them, I think I might be dyslexic, can you help me? And they didn't really know what to do. They were like, they were so unhelpful. But anyway, I got to university. In one of the first lectures, they said, if you think you're dyslexic, come to one of these things. And I went and I had the test, and the woman was like, you're like really dyslexic. I'm surprised. She was like, I remember she was like, I'm surprised you got here like by yourself. And I was like, I was very determined to get here. I was definitely gonna get here. And she was like, yeah. And when I went to university, like, I don't know, it was just such a relief to be diagnosed and have tools that helped you. And it really, you know, it just opened my eyes. It was just a relief, and it was just a joy to be like, I'm dyslexic, that is the answer, that is what it is, and here are the tools that can help me. And I really flourished at uni because of that, like, because of all the questions that I got answered, and I loved that, like, I loved that. But anyway, so then after that I graduated uni, and the crash hit, and it became hard again. Like, I left university, was looking for a job. This was when the recession like just hit, and just jobs are really hard to get, and I was doing internships for free while having a job, and it was just a struggle. That's the best way to describe it. It was just such a struggle. It was just rejection after rejection after rejection, and I ended up getting a job in retail because I just needed a job because I had bills to pay and stuff. So I got a job, and it was mind-numbingly boring. Like, well, for me, like, working in retail was mind-numbingly boring. I was never allowed to have an opinion. I was just always told what to do, so I always did what I was told to do. But mind-numbingly boring. Oh, I was bored out of my mind, and I just thought, I'm wasting my degree. Like, I need to do something that makes me feel smart again. I need to use my brain. I need to feel intellectual. I need to do something. And so I decided, like, to start shift from head to toe, and I just decided, you know, like, I'm dyslexic, and a lot of people have been told, like, oh, you shouldn't write because you're dyslexic, you know, it would be such a struggle for you. But I actually really love to write. I love to get my ideas out, and I have a lot of opinions and views, and I love to get them across to people. I don't know, I like talking to people. I just like it. So I decided to create Shift from Head to Toe. I did it anonymously because, like, who am I, like, to be like, oh, listen to my stuff. But I started releasing my stuff, and I didn't tell anyone it was me. And slowly but surely, you know, I've created a bit of a following, which I'm really proud of. And yes, I'm a dyslexic, and I have so many struggles. Like, if you read any of my stuff, you can tell I'm dyslexic. But I don't let it stop me, because I have something to say, and I just want to say to people who are dyslexic, please do not let anyone tell you, especially if they are not dyslexic, that you can't do something. Yes, it might be a struggle. It's still a struggle for me to write, but I make all these spelling mistakes, and people still follow me, and people still read my stuff. So I'm doing something right. And the biggest thing I would say to people is, you are not a victim. For a long time, I felt victimized by my own self. I felt cursed. I used to, like, hate myself. I said, why is this happening to me? Why do I have all these struggles, especially in this society where everything we do is writing? You know, we always have to leave a comment, and my dyslexia used to isolate me, because I wouldn't speak to people on Facebook. Sometimes I wouldn't even talk to my friends because I felt too stupid. I felt like I can't talk to my friends. I'm not smart enough to talk to my friends. And it makes you isolate yourself, because, you know, if you're in a WhatsApp group, you don't always feel comfortable to write your message, because, you know, you're worried, are you going to spell it right? And sending out an email to someone, are you going to spell it right? And then you notice a mistake afterwards and you beat yourself up. But I would say this, you are human, and we have so many amazing gifts and talents. We see the world in a completely different way. I cannot describe it unless you're not dyslexic. Like, I think that's why I love cheerleading, and I just see cheerleading in another way, and I can really understand it. Like, I don't know, the way things move and the way things fit, especially with uniforms and stuff, how they should suit the body and stuff. I don't know, I just feel like, I don't know, I have a passion for cheerleading, and I kind of feel like sometimes my dyslexia helps me, because I just get obsessed with something and I know everything about it, and that's helped me to write this blog and create this blog and share it with you guys. But I just want to say to dyslexic people, you are not a victim, and you are not alone. I don't know many dyslexic people, so if you are dyslexic, I'd love you to comment below, because I'd like to know more dyslexic people. But you are not alone, and you are not cursed, and you are not a victim. Do not let it define you. For so long in my life, I let my dyslexia define who I am and stop me doing things I want to do, stop me talking to people. Like, I used to have, oh, there's my phone, crazy anxiety. Like, I felt like I wasn't smart enough to do things. I wouldn't go for opportunities because I'm dyslexic. I can't cope. And some people used to tell me, you're dyslexic, you won't be able to cope with that, so you shouldn't do that. And I let them do it, but really it was me, because no one can stop me doing anything I want to do. But I already had that in my mind that I couldn't do it. Like, I only learned to drive like a year ago, 2 years ago, or something like that, a year ago, because I felt I was too stupid to drive. I felt like I'm dyslexic, I won't be able to cope with my left and right, I won't be able to read the signs, and these are all things I can read and you can read. It might take us longer, we might struggle a bit, but you are capable. You are enough, and you are smart, you are powerful, and you just have to find these different ways. And I would say talk to your friends, because I didn't talk to my friends for a long time, and still I struggle a bit to talk to my friends, because to a point they don't really understand. But I understand what it is like to be dyslexic. I understand how painful it can be and how isolating it can be. But I just want you to know that you are not alone, that you are smart, and I want to apologise to everyone in the world who's made you feel stupid or isolated, because they don't understand. And I just want to say to people who are mean, like I remember, and I'm crying for me back then, I'm not crying for me now, but to all the people who aren't dyslexic, please be aware when you joke, you know, that can really hurt someone's feelings, or saying, oh, like, I can't believe you know, it's so easy, that why did you leave off that S, it's so obvious, or like, why have you done this, it's so obvious. It might be obvious to you, but it's not obvious to sometimes to a dyslexic person, and you don't understand how hard they might have worked to get to that stand. I remember all my blog posts I post, like, I've read them or tried to do as much as I can before I post them, and then I remember people would be like, there's so many mistakes in here, blah 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 blah, and it used to like really upset me. There was a time ages ago where the cheer forum, we all know the cheer forum, where they literally mutilated me. Everything I was insecure about, they said, like how I wrote short sentences, how the sentences didn't make sense, and how they were too simple, or how I didn't know how to use commas. I still don't really get commas, I don't think I ever am, but it just tore me apart. And I remember I called my mum crying. I was so upset, I was devastated. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore, like, these people have torn me apart. And now I just feel like I'm going to keep doing what I want to do. I love writing, I have something to say, I'm good at it because you guys follow, so I must be doing something right. And I'm not going to let people I don't know who sit behind a keyboard tell me who I am, because I know who I am. I am dyslexic, and my dyslexia makes me so determined. I'm never going to be told what I can and can't do. It might take me longer, I might have to go in a different way, but I'm going to get what I want, and Chief Meditator is my dream. So I'm telling you, just everyone, if you are dyslexic, you are not alone. I'm here. You can always message me and I will always be able to understand, because I know what it's like to be dyslexic, and just write however you want to write. I will read it, I will understand it, and you can communicate with me. You are not alone. I just want to give you a big hug and just keep going. And I want you to also speak out. If you're really struggling with school or at work and stuff, speak to someone. Don't just keep it all inside. It's not good for you, because it's going to come out, and I don't want it to come out in a negative way. So speak to someone and see what they can do, because I used to not say anything. And if I wish I could go back in time, I wish I could have been diagnosed earlier, but well, I don't know if I would, because I am who I am. But you know, if you can get diagnosed earlier, there's so many tools that can help you. Like now I have like equipment that, or when I was, you know, I had equipment that read to me, and I still use like Google Translate is really good. It reads to you, because I can only really notice mistakes if I hear them. I can't look at them and see them, I have to hear them. But there are many tools there's like that you can look into. I might do another video about that, what tools to look into. But so that is why I created Chief Meditator. I created Chief Meditator because I was in a place where I felt stupid, and I wanted to prove that I'm smart. And I'm very proud to say that I am very smart. I'm a very smart person, and I love that I can say that, and I mean it, because a couple of years ago I wouldn't have been able to say that. I would have always said I'm not capable, I can't do anything, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my life, I shouldn't leave the house. Like, that's what I mean when I say like speak out, because dyslexia can be quite isolating. It can make you feel very alone, and you are not alone. You are loved, you are smart, you can do this, you can handle this, and you are some of the most determined people I will ever meet in my life, because we've had so many knockbacks and we just keep coming back because we can't be stopped. We cannot be stopped. So that's just what I wanted to share with you guys, and I hope you like this video. I don't really know what to say. I just want to say, if you're dyslexic, I love you, I support you. Comment below, because I want to chat to you. And you can free write, that's what I call when we don't like edit ourselves. You can just free write, you don't have to think about spelling, because I will get it. So until next time guys, I love you all.